Oh boy, what a week it's been. A lot of work getting ready for the House of Delegates and just the regular work week on top of it. I know some of you are probably already in Washington, D.C. at the House and busy with the work of APTA, and you'll never see this video, but some of you are getting ready to travel, or some of you aren't going to the House, and I'd like you to have the chance to hear some of the things I have to say about RC11. What I was going to do right now was kind of just give a trial run of my floor speech and the things that I think are central to RC11 and why we should be passing it. So here we go. This is something along the lines of what I plan on saying at the House. It'll be a sneak peek for some of you, and for others, it'll be a chance to hear it if you won't be there. I want to point out that a lot of different people have contributed to this RC over the past year, and that work and collaboration have resulted in the language that we have today to approve, which ultimately is a strong externally facing statement that advocates for the profession of physical therapy. Specifically, it advocates for physical therapists to have the ability to practice at the top of their scope of practice. It advocates for patients to be able to access those services. And it also describes some of the skills and training that we have that uniquely situate us to be able to provide entry point services to a society that badly needs our services. In reflection, and I mentioned this in one of my other videos, I see that RC11 has really grown out of Vision 2020, which was approved by the House of Delegates 22 years ago. At the time, it was very visionary, and its tenets of professionalism, direct access, autonomous practice, practitioner of choice, and a doctoring profession have really allowed, over the last 20 years, these practice areas that we're talking about in RC11 to emerge and evolve. And while that was quite visionary by the House 22 years ago, now we need to pick the baton back up and advocate for those practice models that have emerged. Now, while RC11 may have grown out of our past vision statement, I believe that it also gives a big tip of the cap to our current vision statement, which states advancing the profession of physical therapy to improve the health of society. This is based in that. I really think physical therapy can't improve society unless people have access to us and unless we're able to practice really at the full breadth of our scope. There's a lot of different work that the House of Delegates has to undertake in order to keep the business of APTA running day after day, year after year. But I believe that based on the last two vision statements, all of the vision statements over the past 20 years that the House of Delegates has created, that the House believes what I believe, that this type of work advocating for physical therapist practice is central to the House of Delegates work and what we should be doing. I hope this position is just a stepping stone for the future, and that we see more externally facing statements that advocate for physical therapy at its best and access to physical therapy. And I look forward to the conversation that we're going to have at the House this weekend, but I really hope at the end of the day that the delegates decide to vote yes on advocating for physical therapy practice. So thanks, guys. That's along the lines of what I'll end up saying at the House. Wanted to give you a sneak peek of it. Everybody travel safe, and I'll see you there if you're going to be there. Bye.